Good evening, everyone. This is Asim joining from St. Louis um, on behalf of Sahaj Meditation Group. I welcome you all for this session of Sahaj Meditation tonight. So, here is a little outline about today's session. First of all, we'll have a very simple breathing exercise to take our attention inside, and then we'll try to re-strengthen the process of awakening of energy within us, the Kundalini, and after that we'll try to balance our left and right channels. So before we start, a couple of things to be noticed. Number one, let's make ourselves comfortable. If someone wants to sit on chair, that's fine. If someone wants to sit on ground, that's even better, but it's not a condition. So whichever way one is comfortable, that is good. The idea is the body should not be under strain, so that we are able to focus our attention inside, and it's not spent on body pains or anything. Second thing is, if there are any thoughts that come to mind, any doubts, if you have any questions, we have a chat box, chat window on the website, and you can type your question there. We'll try our best to answer that. If apart from that, during meditation process itself, if there are any thoughts, any questions, we can just tell ourselves not now, after 30 minutes, so that our mind stays focused into the meditation. And lastly, before we begin, for the success of meditation, it's very essential to have a good, strong desire inside to stay motivated and focused during the meditation. So let's start. Let's sit in a relaxed position with both the hands on our lap, both the palms open and facing skywards, but in a relaxed position, not to strain ourselves. Now, very slowly, let us try to focus our attention on the breathing process. That is, we breathe in, hold it there for a few seconds, and then we breathe out. There is no specific or a very particular technique involved here with the breathing process, just that with this technique we try to pull our attention inside within ourselves. Now let us raise our right hand and let's place it on our heart. Now in meditation we believe this is the place where our true self kind of resides, and we call this as like this is the place where our spirit resides in our body. And here we say, we kind of reaffirm within ourselves that I'm something beyond this body, this mind, these thoughts, this anger, and my true nature is pure spirit. Now, when we are reaffirming this within our hearts, then our attention should be on our hands or wherever we have kept on our hand. For example, right now our hand is on our heart. So our attention should be either on our hands or on our heart. There is no need to visualize something, no need to imagine something, because meditation is a happening, it's a real thing that happens. We just have to observe it. It's not an imaginary thing. So we just observe, what do we feel? Some sensation in the body or on hands whenever we are reaffirming, this kind of, you can say, prayer to ourselves. Now let us raise this right hand and place it at the back of our neck, such that our right hand is coming from the front side of the neck and kind of covers it, and it goes all the way to the back of the neck where we have the neck bone. And then we can turn the neck towards right. So this is position of our fifth energy center, and this gets blocked if someone feels guilty about this stuff, guilty about something done in the past, or could be anything. So to open this up, first of all, we have to understand and believe into something, and that is that we are not guilty. Because we are human beings, we are bound to make mistakes. So that doesn't mean we should start feeling guilty and kind of keep reprimanding ourselves, or keep feeling bad about it. So that's what we have to say here. I'm not guilty. we can say this thing few times in our heart: I'm not guilty. And now we can turn the neck back towards the normal position, and we can raise the right hand and place it on the forehead so as to cup it, like pressing both the temples from the sides slightly and bending our head forward slightly, as if in humility. Now while pressing both the temples, we can say, I forgive everyone, I forgive myself. Till the time from our heart, till the time we don't forgive others, this sixth energy center, it has a Sanskrit name of Ajna, till that time it doesn't open up. So we really have to forgive others, let go of the feelings of revenge. I forgive everyone, I forgive myself as well. Now let us take the right hand at the back side of our forehead, the flat kind of surface at the back of the head, and let us turn our neck towards sky, our face towards sky. So here we can say, if I have done anything wrong, knowingly or unknowingly, against this very pure energy within me and the power of nature, then kindly forgive me for that. Now we are seeking the forgiveness of this intelligent, autonomous form of energy on which this entire system of meditation is based. This energy is called Kundalini, which is at the base of our spine. And this energy in turn is reflection of the power of Mother Nature within us. Now, bringing the head back to the normal position, let us stretch our right hand and let's place it on the top of our head. And let's rotate, now pressing it a little hard, pressing the palm of the right hand, which is on the top of our head, a little hard, and rotating the skin over the skull in the clockwise direction. We can say, kindly give me experience of self-realization, or we can also say, kindly strengthen my experience of self-realization. Now once we have done this few times, like 5 to 7 times, we can raise the same right hand few inches above the head with the palm facing downwards. And what we are trying to do here is we are trying to feel if there is slight cool or warm air coming out of the top of our head. In terms of meditation, we call this cool or warm air as vibrations, like hot vibrations or cool vibrations. It could be very subtle. We can move our hand few inches up, few inches down, but not to touch our head. Left, right. Just try to feel it, the way we can. Now let us bring the right hand back on the lap, and let's check the same thing using the left hand. That is, now left hand is raised few inches above the head, palm facing downwards, and we are trying to feel using our left hand if there is slight cool or warm air coming out of the top of our head. Once we are sure whether we felt it or not, we can bring the hand back down on the lap. Now we'll sit in this position for maybe next 5 minutes or so. Trying to keep our attention on the very top of our head. Now let's start with the, so to speak, the second part of the meditation, the second part of this session, which is the balancing of energies of the left and the right. Now, to balance the power or the energy of the left side, we'll have to keep the left hand on the lap with the palm open facing skywards and right hand towards the earth. Now we cannot touch the earth if we are sitting on the chair, so that's fine. Symbolically we can keep it towards the earth. If we are sitting on the ground, it's very good to place it directly on the earth or on the ground, on the floor. So meditation should not be done mechanically. It has to be done in a very alert mode of mind, which is like we have to be very observant. So even before we start the balancing of left channel, just as soon as we keep our right hand on the earth, we should try to feel our state. Now what does that mean? That means, what do we feel on both the hands or elsewhere on the body? And just try to record it, kind of make a mental note of it. So that we can measure it against how we felt later on after the cleansing. So now one question might be, what is that we need to record? Okay, so here it is. Sometimes one might be feeling a little bit of tingling, a little bit of burning sensation, pinching, pricking, heaviness, numbness on hands, on legs, on elsewhere on the body. Or someone might be feeling as if something is flowing out of the body into the earth, mostly through hands and feet, but could be like entire leg also. So that is one observation one should record, because that is indicative of a process which takes place during meditation. So once we have observed our state, it's also possible that one didn't feel anything. That's alright. So now let us request this energy within us to kindly cleanse our left channel. So we can say, kindly remove all the problems of my left channel into the earth. And now we will again record our state. What do we feel? Now left side is also the side which gives us power to desire something. So we can say, kindly awaken the power of pure desire within me and help me get rid of all the negative and all the impure desires. Now we can bring the right hand back on the lap. For the sake of this session, we'll try to keep this cleansing of left and right a bit smaller, but when meditating alone, when meditating by yourself, please feel free to sit in that left cleansing or right cleansing mode as much as you would like. Only thing is, we have to stay alert. We don't have to let our mind drift towards the thoughts or go to sleep or anything. We just have to stay alert and just be very observant. Now let's clear out the right side. Again, one thing that should be remembered about this meditation is, when we say I'm clearing my left side, I'm clearing my right side, I'm doing this, actually what we mean is we are just desiring that to happen, because we don't really do anything. We are not really forcing ourselves or putting any kind of force within us to clear the left side out or right side out. It's that energy, the Kundalini within us, that does all the work. We just sit and observe. So it's only for convenience that we say, I'm doing it, but actually we are observing it. Now with the right hand staying open, right hand's palm open on the lap, left hand, let's raise it towards the sky, such that the height of left hand fingers is at the level of our forehead. Palm of the left hand should be facing towards our face. And the right channel is all about heat, all about aggression, futuristic thinking, analysis. So first thing we have to get rid of on the right side is heat. So we can request to this energy, kindly remove the excess heat of my right channel into the sky. And again, we'll just observe, what do we feel. Kindly remove the excess heat of my entire right channel as well as that of liver into the sky. Kindly help me get rid of excess anger, temper, and all the aggression. Now right side has a very good quality, that is the power of creativity comes from the right side. So we can say, kindly awaken the power of creativity within me. Now, one little new knowledge for today might be that on the right side, now when the right side is overheated, how do we know, that our right side needs more balancing or it is more exhausted? Usually, people who feel very tired mentally, maybe physically as well, and especially after coming back from work, they don't have any strength left to think, to talk. So that means usually the right side is overused, because this side gives us power of action and power of creativity, and with the thinking and analysis, and usually at workplace we use this side a lot. So if we overuse it, it gets exhausted. So our second energy center, that especially gets affected by exhaustion of this right side. So a little knowledge here today is the second center, its Sanskrit name is called Swadhisthana. So we can request to this energy within us, kindly take away the excess heat of my Swadhisthana energy center. Kindly take away all the loads, all the worries, and all the tensions from my attention. Kindly take away all the excess heat and all other problems of my second energy center, that is Swadhisthana. Now we can slowly bring the left hand back on the lap. And it's okay, if sometimes a new kind of knowledge comes, a new name comes up, and you're not able to understand. That's fine. It takes time to accumulate this knowledge, to absorb this knowledge. But whenever we are doing it in the online session, you can just listen to it and just see the difference in the meditation. So with this, we'll probably conclude this session for today. But before that, those of us who know how to raise our energy and tie the knot and put ourselves in the shield, protective shield, they can do that, because that will help preserve this state of thoughtlessness that we have achieved for a longer time. So let's do that. those who can do that. Now this raising of energy and tying the knot, we call it as bandhan. This is not a mechanical process. One should be trying to feel where the level of vibrations on their hands or on the top of their head while doing this, and it might take some time to develop that sensitivity, but slowly, one does develop that sensitivity wherein they feel that how it impacts us positively. So there is a chat box on this website. If you have any questions, please feel free. If you want to leave a feedback, please do leave a feedback so that we can present the things better next time. And we do encourage everyone to go to their local meetings, because online is good, but if you have someone leading the meditation in front of you, it's totally a different thing. So that's actually very, very helpful when we are doing it in a classroom setting. So thank you once again for joining us tonight, and we'll keep the music on, we'll keep the chat box on for next few minutes. Good night.